True greatness lies not in fame or fortune. It resides in the quiet impact we have on others. A life lived with purpose, even in silence, can leave an enduring mark on the world. Like ripples on a still pond, our actions spread outward, touching the lives of many. This is the legacy of Tuệ Giác, a man whose life was a testament to the power of silent wisdom. Tuệ Giác lived simply, embracing the principles of mindfulness and compassion. He spoke little, but his actions resonated deeply with all who crossed his path. He moved through the world with a quiet grace, his presence a soothing balm to troubled hearts. His life was a living embodiment of the Buddha's teachings, a testament to the transformative power of Dharma. Though he has now passed, Tuệ Giác spirit lives on. It echoes in the hearts of those he touched, inspiring them to live with greater purpose and awareness. His story reminds us that true legacy is not built on outward recognition, but on the indelible mark we leave on the souls of others. A life lived in service, in mindfulness, and in compassion is a life that truly matters. Tuệ Gac's departure from the physical world was not an end but a beginning. His followers felt a profound shift, a void that called for introspection and growth. Each person experienced this transformation in their own way, their personal journeys reflecting the depth of his silent teachings. For some, like young Mai, his absence brought a wave of grief. She had found solace in his gentle guidance, his quiet presence a source of strength. Yet, as she sat with her sadness, she realized Tuệ Giác had planted seeds of resilience within her. She began to practice mindfulness with renewed dedication, finding solace in the present moment. Others, like the village elder, Ong Ba, found themselves reflecting on Tuệ Giác life lessons. Ong Ba, once a man of quick temper, remembered Tuệ Giác unwavering patience. He began to observe his own reactions with greater awareness, practicing compassion towards himself and others. The villagers, touched by Tuệ Giác life, began to embody his teachings. They approached their daily tasks with mindfulness, treating each other with kindness and understanding. Tuệ Giác physical presence may have been gone, but his spirit lived on, woven into the fabric of their lives. Tuệ Giác often emphasized that the path to enlightenment was not found in seclusion, but within the tapestry of everyday life. He taught that every action, no matter how small, held the potential for mindfulness and compassion. He demonstrated this through his own life, finding joy in simple tasks, and treating all beings with equanimity. One day, while working alongside villagers in the rice paddies, Tuệ Giác noticed a young boy struggling with a heavy load. Without a word, Tuệ Giác gently took the burden upon himself, continuing his work with unwavering focus. This simple act, devoid of fanfare or self-importance, spoke volumes to those present. He showed them that Dharma was not separate from daily life. It was in the way they tended to their fields, prepared their meals, and interacted with one another. Each moment held the opportunity to cultivate awareness, to choose kindness, and to practice right action. Tuệ Giác life was a powerful reminder that enlightenment was not a distant goal, but a journey undertaken one mindful step at a time. He taught that by bringing awareness to the present moment, even amidst life's challenges, they could find peace and fulfillment. The eloquence of silence. While Tuệ Giác rarely spoke, his silence held a profound depth. He understood the power of stillness, recognizing that true understanding often arose not from words, but from a quiet contemplation of the world. He encouraged his followers to embrace silence as a practice, to listen not just with their ears, but with their hearts and minds. Once a week, the villagers would gather for a silent meditation. They would sit together in the tranquil beauty of the nearby forest, their breaths mingling with the rustling leaves and the gentle hum of insects. In the beginning, some found the silence unsettling, their minds racing with thoughts and anxieties. Yet, As they continued to practice, they began to experience the transformative power of stillness. In the absence of external distractions, they were able to connect more deeply with themselves and with the world around them. They learned to observe their thoughts and emotions without judgment, finding a sense of peace that transcended the busyness of their daily lives. Tuệ Giac's silent teachings emphasized that true wisdom wasn't found in accumulating knowledge, but in cultivating inner stillness. He showed them that by quieting the mind, they could access a wellspring of peace and insight that resided within. A bridge of compassion, Tuệ Giác embodied compassion in its purest form. He saw the suffering of others as his own, responding with boundless empathy and a deep desire to alleviate their pain. He understood that compassion wasn't merely a sentiment but an active force, requiring action and engagement with the world. One day, a neighboring village was struck by a devastating flood. Homes were destroyed, crops washed away, and families left with nothing but the clothes on their backs. Upon hearing the news, Tuệ Giác immediately gathered the villagers, organizing them into groups to provide aid and support. He didn't hesitate to offer his own meager possessions, sharing his food and shelter with those in need. He worked tirelessly alongside the villagers, clearing debris, rebuilding homes, and comforting those who had lost everything. His actions spoke louder than any words, demonstrating the true meaning of compassion in action. Tuệ Giac's life was a testament to the interconnectedness of all beings. He taught that by extending kindness and understanding to others, they were ultimately extending it to themselves. His unwavering compassion served as a bridge, connecting hearts and fostering a sense of community that transcended individual differences. Seeds of mindfulness. Tuệ Giác believed that mindfulness, the practice of bringing awareness to the present moment, was essential for living a meaningful life. He taught that by cultivating mindfulness, people could break free from the chains of their past regrets and future worries, finding peace and clarity in the here and now. He often used simple, everyday activities to illustrate the principles of mindfulness. He would remind the villagers to eat their meals with awareness, savoring each bite, and appreciating the nourishment it provided. He encouraged them to walk with intention, feeling the ground beneath their feet and noticing the beauty of the world around them. He taught them to find joy in the smallest of things, to appreciate the warmth of the sun on their skin and the sound of birdsong in the morning air. Through these practices, Tuệ Giác helped the villagers to see that mindfulness wasn't something separate from their lives, but an integral part of every moment. By cultivating mindfulness, he taught them to approach their daily tasks with a sense of presence and purpose. He showed them that true peace wasn't something to be found in some distant future, but something that could be accessed in the present moment, with each mindful breath.